Wrist warm-up. This is a full guide on how to do the wrist warm-up that you can follow along to. Start on your knees or standing up. Just lock your fingers together and roll your wrists round. Keep rolling them in one direction, really driving the blood flow through the wrist. Okay, and then change direction like I have here. Once things are feeling a bit looser, we're going to move on to something called magnetic hands. Imagine you've got two magnets in your hands and they need to stay together at all times. Start creating a prayer position and then open like you're opening a book towards yourself, pushing your palms through, going towards the back of the hands, and then closing that book away from you and reopening it. Keep going in this direction. We're going to do quite a few reps here, and now we're going to change directions. So now go the other way. So you're opening that book away from yourself, bringing the backs of your hands together as you push through the back there and then close the book towards you. Okay, now just shake things out if you need to, and we're going to go into an all fours position or tabletop, and we're just going to press through our fingers. Try and create a bit of an arch and use your fingers, and we're going to walk our hands from 12 o'clock around towards 6 o'clock as close as we can, and then back round towards 12 o'clock again. That's one repetition. We're going to do this 2 more times, taking small little shuffles, going from 12 o'clock all the way round towards 6 o'clock. Don't worry if you can't hit 6, but just go as far as you possibly can to create a nice stretch through your forearms. Once we're back at 12 o'clock, we're going to just shake it out if we need to, and then we're going to do some big circles. We're going to do 3 big circles, going clockwise first, round. As you're going through towards the front, make sure you're pressing through the tips of your fingers to really build strength in your hand. And now we're going to go back around the other way, so we're going anti-clockwise here. 3 big circles, as big as you can, really letting everything stretch out, getting some strength through the fingertips. Now we're going to do the same thing, but with our fingers in a 6 o'clock position. So pushing through, when you're coming backwards through that back end, just make sure again you're pushing through those fingers. So you're taking some of the pressure off the wrist and strengthening your fingers, as that can be one of the biggest causes of wrist and elbow soreness. Okay, we've gone the other way now. So 1 more to go, going all the way around. Okay, and again, you might feel a bit stiff after that, so just shake them out. Roll them again if you need to, and just get the blood flow going back through. The more of this we do, the more you're going to feel your wrists loosen up. We're now going to put our backs of our hands down flat on the mat with the fingers facing each other at a 90-degree angle, and then we're going to go up into fists and then drop back down. With all of these exercises, you can choose how much pressure you're putting through your hand and your wrist based on how close your hands are to your knees, or how much weight you're shifting to bring your shoulders over your wrists. The more we bring the weight over the wrist, the more we're adding the pressure and the harder it's going to be. Okay, now we're just going to rock back and forth in a clenched fist position with our thumbs on the outside, just to loosen everything up. Now we're going to lift our fingers individually, hand by hand, finger by finger. We're going to lift them up as high as we can so we get a nice big stretch, and then we're going to press as hard down into that lifted finger as we can, so that we create some strength before slowly bringing it down to the mat against that heavy resistance. At the tops, you're just holding it for 3 to 6 seconds. The more of this you do, the more strength you're going to build through your fingers, and the more flexible they're going to become. So onto the other hand now, working our way through every finger. Almost there. Pushing as hard as we can once we've lifted that finger up, so a kind of isometric hold for a few seconds, and then pushing down as hard as we can too. Before we do the final exercise, we're just going to have a quick little shake out if you need it, and then we're going to go into some palm raises. Just placing our hands back at that 12 o'clock position, we're going to press up through our fingers, lifting the back of our wrist off of the mat. Nice and light and gentle here, but just to drive lots of blood flow and build a bit more strength. And then when we've done a number of repetitions of that, we're going to flip them over around 10 to 15 reps of that. We're going to flip them over and have our fingers pointing towards 6 o'clock and do exactly the same thing. Just making sure we're pushing through the tips of our fingers to drive that movement so that we're building strength in our fingers. And then again, we're just going to shake out our hands and just give it a minute or two, and you'll find that your wrists are feeling much, much looser, warmed up and ready to go.